Dundee United against Celtic, and Paul Hegarty's first match since being confirmed as manager at Tannadice till the end of the season. He was offered the managership till the January break. He said he wanted it for the rest of the season, which seemed a reasonable claim, and Hegarty confirmed in place till the end of the season. But now a minute's silence on Remembrance Sunday. Martin O'Neill alongside Paul Hegarty, and we know all about United approaches for Ian McCall and Steve Paterson. So Sandy, how will Paul Hegarty be feeling?
He'll be delighted to get the job. He was absolutely spot on to insist that if he was going to be appointed, it had to be to the end of the season to give him a decent chance. And Paul's a lovely lad. Everyone knows how nice a person he is, but he's got to be ruthless now. He's got to be really hard and make sure he gets results between now and then and the end of the season. But today, anything at all he gets today will be a real bonus for him.
John Underhill is the referee for Dundee United against Celtic. The Tannadice team looking to ease their relegation concerns, and Celtic looking to keep up momentum and keep up the chase of Rangers at the top of the pile. It's looking very much like a head-to-head right to the end of the season. And today Celtic and Rangers both kicking off Sunday at 3. Rangers against Hibs at Ibrox. We'll have news of that one for you throughout the afternoon. Paul Mitchell is our man there, and you'll miss nothing of this crucial match in the Championship Challenge in Scotland. Dundee United against Celtic, underway at Tannadice. And immediately Henrik Larsson is a threat to Dundee United in a glorious scramble in the goal mouth, and Celtic might have been in front with just 10 seconds gone. I was just about to say Dundee United need to make a good solid start here, because lose a goal early on against Rangers or Celtic and well, the facts bear out that you're on a hiding to nothing.
You're absolutely right. They're so impressive. They go forward so quickly, and we've seen that right at the start of the game there. Henrik Larsson on his toes right away.
Jamie McCunnie back in the side, been kept out for a lot of this season by Stuart Duff's form, although last weekend both played on either side. Chris Sutton's cross is beyond John Hartson and out. Now let's head down to the technical area, and Chick, I think, can tell us a little bit more about the Stilian Petrov situation, because he was in the papers today, Chick, making it fairly clear that he's not going to sign a new contract.
Well, I did speak to Martin O'Neill, and he said we chose the team today that we thought would do the job. However, I do understand that he has been dropped because of a story which was in certain Sunday papers this morning, saying that he will not sign a new contract. The background to that is the reason that he has been dropped from the team. Paul Lambert is out of the team, Rob, because of tactical reasons, but still in Petrov, there's no doubt that Martin O'Neill has taken action against the Bulgarian skipper.
So Petrov dropped by Celtic, although you would have to stress, and Martin O'Neill was keen to do so pre-match, that he is under contract till 2005, so they'll be going nowhere quickly unless Celtic want that. Charlie Miller's throw, and United couldn't keep the ball. John Hartson holds off Jim Lauchlan, and that was a foul by Hartson on McCraken.
certainly a free kick. I'm just looking at United's line-up, Rob. They've surprised us a little bit today. They're certainly playing 3 at the back. Lauchlan and McCraken picking up. We up Mark Laursen's a spare man. Paterson, the wing back on the left-hand side, and McCunnie on the right-hand side. So Paul Higgins certainly trying something different today in the hope that they get the right result.
That's the 18-year-old Wilson. Jim McIntyre scrapping for possession. Chris Sutton playing off the front. In behind Larsson and Hartson. And the wide right, Sylla. Fired in at the near post. And gathered by Paul Gallacher, who's started 66 consecutive games in the Premier League. Stephen Thompson offside.
That was very close. Thompson, that was on his bike early. You can see there, they just wandered just a half a yard forward too quick. They got a yard of space inside the Celtic half. That's encouraging for United.
He's in good form, Stephen Thompson. 5 goals in his last 5 games, 9 for the season, and that's just one short of his tally for the whole of the last campaign. A player who's found himself, and a lot of credit will go down to Bertie Vogts for instilling confidence in him. Here comes McIntyre and Lilley and Miller. McCunnie's cross. Stephen Thompson knocked the ball down. But it's Valgaeren to Hartson. Good work from Sylla. And finds Larsson. Did well to lay that off for Sutton. Now Guppy. Stephen Thompson trying to burst clear of Valgaeren. Unsuccessful. Mistake by Sutton, hands it back to Miller. Jimmy McCunnie in that right wing-back berth, taking the opportunity to get forward. And his opposite number on the Celtic side, Sylla. Good challenge by McCraken and Hartson. Larsson's layoff. Thompson to Laursen. It's good defending from United. But that's not a good pass from McIntyre.
You can understand United's tactics today. They're just matching up all over the park, and the Fairmont certainly did that against Celtic a couple of weeks back, and it worked very well for them. And I think Paul Higgins trying to take a leaf out of Jimmy Cullerwood's book today, and it's working so far.
McCraken's clearance. Sylla stopped by Paterson. And by McIntyre. Jim Paterson again. And Easton had Tari under pressure from Chris Sutton. Celtic probing at the Dundee United defence. Larsson's cross and away by McCraken, and out for the first corner kick of the match.
It's good play from Henrik Larsson. Good ball from Laursen down that left wing. Great ball in, ready to get attacked, and McCraken doing well to clear.
And Sylla finally realising that it was him to take the corner kick in the absence of Stilly and Petrov. I was looking across at the corner flag and seeing nobody. There was a good reason for that. Nobody was there. 6 in the box for Momo Sylla, fired in low and hard at the near post and flicked behind by Jamie McCunnie.
It's a pure delivery from Sylla that time. Lucky to get the second opportunity, but Celtic are so dangerous at set pieces.
Lennon to take the corner kick this time. This time Lennon's delivery. John Hartson there, Gallacher tries to gather. Celtic try to scramble it in. United survive, and that was a close squeak.
We said about the set pieces, there's so many big bodies in there. Hartson was got a touch to it. Sutton really just couldn't get half a second to turn and put that in the back of the net, and Gallacher eventually got to the ball.
Well, if your luck's not in, one of these ends up in the back of the net, and then you've got big problems. I wonder if United are going to get some luck here. Good work from Derek Lilley, and so close from Charlie Miller.
That's a good shot from Charlie Miller. He played the first ball in, linking with Lilley, anticipating it, tried to curl it. Brad Douglas is bottom right hand corner, and only inches away. He supports so well, Charlie Miller. Great midfield support play.
Terrific effort that with the inside of his left foot, and that wasn't far away at all. I wonder if Miller will shine this Sunday afternoon. Man of the match on 0900 10 225 by telephone, or you can text us on 07736 600 600. Great work from Stephen Thompson, shifting Balde off the ball, and Neil Lennon back to clear.
Good play from Thompson. Martin Neil will not be happy with Bobo Balde there. Thompson showing good strength and courage to win the ball.
That's a Dundee United corner kick, forced by McCunnie. Word in the ear of Jim Hamilton from Paul Hegarty. Well, he's in the background at the moment, but he's always been on the pitch in the early stages, so involved has he been. Paterson's corner kick, and a good clean take by Rob Douglas, and immediately launches it for Larsson. Cleared by McCunnie, and the head of Valgaeren down to Sylla. And out. Chick, does Paul Hegarty realise he's not allowed to cross that touchline and go on the pitch?
Well, he might realise it, but he's ignoring it. I tell you, he's been unbelievable. There's two certainties, Rob. He's going to be hoarse when I do the post-match interview, that's for sure. And the second thing is that Brian Cassidy, the fourth official, is going to be knackered. He's had to drag him back to the touchline time after time. There he goes again. Unbelievable performance he's putting in. And he wants Derek Lilley to watch the marking with Celtic up a corner. That's the first one of the shouts I've been able to interpret.
And Chewing Gum's in for a fatal test as well during the course of the afternoon. He's living and loving every moment, isn't he, Sandy?
He is. He's so enthusiastic. Paul Hegarty we're talking about. I'm interested in that technical area. See who's the most animated between O'Neill and Hegarty today.
Well won by David McCraken, and all the way back to Paul Gallacher. Still an incredibly young Dundee United backline, even in the absence of Stuart Duff, when you think that 18-year-old Mark Wilson is in there. Jamie McCunnie, right wing back at 19. David McCraken is only 21. So Jim Lauchlan's the old stager at 25. Douglas aims for Hartson. Headed away by Lauchlan, but that's a poor one from McIntyre. Thompson's on the run against Larsson, and he didn't like the challenge from the Dane. Alan Thompson, that's a poor pass. Derek Lilley saw it coming. And a good pass from Jim McIntyre. See, Stephen Thompson does well to keep it against Neil Lennon. Well, I would have thought Stephen Thompson was stamping in there at the ball.
Certainly very aggressive, but that's the way he plays. It's a thin line between giving away a free kick and making a fair tackle.
A goal at Ibrox already. Rangers are 1 up. Michael Moles has scored again. His comeback continues, looking much more like his old self. Rangers 1 up against Hibs. Michael Moles goalless here still, with nearly 13 minutes played. Celtic have the pressure on. Wilson stretching for the header. And a foul given against McCunnie's challenge on Thompson, and it's quickly taken. Guppy's cross, they're queuing up, and it's John Hartson. His incredible scoring run continues. 11th goal of the season, and this only his 6th start.
It's a great ball from Guppy, wide left, quick free kick. Hartson in there, Sutton in there, Hartson getting there first, and it's a fine header. Paul Gallacher and Gould, no chance.
It was only a question here of who applied the finishing touch, because Chris Sutton was waiting as well. But John Hartson wasn't having it. He claimed it and he powered the header down and away from Paul Gallacher. And that's just what Dundee United didn't want. Less than 14 minutes gone, and Celtic are ahead.
Credit to Thompson as well. Quick free kick, freed Guppy down the left-hand side. Good thinking from him.
And John Hartson with a point to prove. He reckons he should be a regular starter, and there could be a real dilemma coming up for Martin O'Neill in the next few days about who's in that starting lineup for Blackburn. John Hartson wants to be there, but can he possibly play with Larsson and Sutton also having strong claims to play in the BBC Live match on Thursday night? Don't miss that one, with Celtic 1 up from the first leg. Thompson, good pass. Sylla. His cross deflected. In goes Hartson again, and Gallacher quickly off his line.
It's actually a poor ball from Sylla. Missed hit, but Hartson on the deflection like a shot there, and unfortunately not to get a touch.
So the top two in the Scottish Premier League, both ahead. Michael Moles for Rangers, John Hartson for Celtic. And Jim Paterson unable to get round the outside of Momo. Sylla, obstruction, and a free kick. Celtic with marginally more possession so far, but what they have had, they've made count. Miller's free kick. Neil Lennon first there. And Alan Thompson looking to start something. Gets it back from Hartson. Larsson changes the angle of his run. Thompson again. Is it to be two? No, it's not. What a miss. And what a goal that would have been from Thompson, who started that midway inside his own half.
It's a great break from Celtic. It came to the United free kick. Marvellous run from Larsson, holding the ball up. Thompson got the break there under his feet a little bit, and he'll be really disappointed didn't hit the back of the net with that one.
Derek Lilley. And Dundee United have a free kick. Using their strength, Lilley and Thompson in the early stages up front, they have to. Charlie Miller's free kick. Derek Lilley escaped his marker, and he's scratching his head because he failed to hit the target.
He's certainly got a yard of space. Good movement from Lilley. Charlie Miller picking him out with a free kick, and he'll be disappointed with that one. No pressure on him there. Got to make the goalkeeper work.
Well, we've heard all about Paul Hegarty in the opening stages. What about Martin O'Neill, Chick?
Yeah, he's just had a word with Momo Sylla down the right side. I think he's wanting to encourage him to take players on, get down the right flank. Of course, Didi Agathe has been doing that so well with Celtic. Wants Sylla to get involved down that right side, take on players. On the ball now, Rob.
Good run from Sylla. Chance to create. Trying to square that for Hartson. Dundee United force it clear. And a foul on Balde by Lilley. clumsy more than anything else. Bad timing.
There's certainly a free kick. Balde wins the ball well. Lilley had one eye on the ball, tried to get the ball, but Balde was too quick for him.
Played in by Neil Lennon to John Hartson. Great control. His cutback was blocked. Jim McIntyre away. Finds Lilley. And Craig Easton in too much of a hurry with the pass. And that's where United need to put their foot in the ball, keep it, push it around, and try and put some belief into themselves that they can force their way back into this game.
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do that. Celtic play this pressing game. As soon as United have the ball, they close them down really quick and they force them into errors.
Nutmeg from McIntyre on Hartson. But not too much joy for United so far. They have had one or two flurries in front of Rob Douglas. But the important start is the one in the top corner with John Hartson's goal already separating these two. Useful for Stephen Thompson, but it bounced away from him. And through to Rob Douglas. Scotland colleagues. Alan Thompson still wondering why he didn't manage to apply the finishing touch to that excellent Celtic move through the midfield. Terrific running from Larsson and movement up ahead, and all that was missing was the direction in Thompson's effort, which went just wide. Good closing down though from Alan Thompson on Charlie Miller, who's fortunate to get a second bite. Lauchlan picks out McIntyre. Scored the match winner last weekend. Now McCunnie. It's away from Lilley. And now Sylla can counter-attack for Celtic. Shoulder to shoulder with David McCraken. Terrific from Hartson. Jim Lauchlan tucks it behind for the corner kick. Brilliant play from John Hartson here.
That's magnificent. Sylla pushing forward. Hartson picking up loose ball, but this is real class. He's a big lad, he's aggressive, but he's got a great football brain. And really unfortunate not to get the second goal there.
And Jim Lauchlan did well to direct that away from goal, because wouldn't have been the first time you'd have seen one of those end up in the back of the net. Neil Lennon. Square for Thompson. Headed away by Jim McIntyre. Laursen, Lennon, and Guppy. Mark Wilson got in the way, but muscled out of it by Sutton. That's for John Hartson, but flicked away by Lauchlan. Celtic look for a penalty kick, with Sylla still grounded. John Underhill not interested. Well, I wonder.
No, it's certainly a good touch from Sylla. Yeah, there's nothing in that. He's actually ran into Jim Lauchlan more than anything else. The referee spot on.
So nearly midway through the first half at Tannadice. Dundee United 0, Celtic 1. John Hartson's goal. Mark Wilson struggling to cope with the aerial power and the pure physique of Chris Sutton. Guppy against McCunnie. Celtic's throw. Thompson's delivery. David McCraken got the better of John Hartson. The 1-2 between Hartson and Sylla, but it slipped out before the former St Johnstone player could get there. McCraken's throw finds its way through to Lilley. Miller with Lauchlan alongside him. And now Stephen Thompson. Good turn. The pass intended for Lilley. But it's great reading of the game from Jos Valgaeren. And not a bad pass up the line either to Henrik Larsson. No Danny Griffin for United at the moment because of an operation on his back. And how United miss him. Just the sort of game where he comes in so handy.
He's such a good player, Danny. He's still fairly young, but lots of experience, and he can handle this situation very well and always stands out in this type of game. He's a big loss for United. The sooner he's back, the better for Paul Hegarty.
And on the injury front, Johan Mjalby is back in training with Celtic, but probably still quite some way off a return to the top team. And Martin O'Neill would certainly like that problem of shuffling his back three, and there's no doubt that Mjalby would find his way back in. The knockdown from Larsson to Sutton. United can't get it clear. And John Hartson takes some moving off the ball.
He's so strong. I like him as a player, I've got to say. He gives it everything.
He's been heavily involved in these opening stages, Hartson. Here he is again. John Underhill knocked it down for Chris Sutton, which wasn't part of the Celtic team planning. But Sutton fired his effort wide anyway. What are United going to do, Chick?
Yeah, well, Paul Hegarty is just telling his midfield they want a little more urgency, a little more pace, a little more hustling in the Celtic players in the middle of the park. I think he's quite happy about the pace of the game, but he'd like a bit more urgency from his midfield.
Larsson's flick intended for Sylla. McCraken hooked it away. And McIntyre. A couple of early flurries from Dundee United in and around the Celtic penalty box, but in the last 15 minutes up front from them, nothing, Sandy.
It stopped. They stopped passing the ball through the middle of the park up to Thompson and Lilley, and it's showing. There's Lilley on the ball now.
And Thompson. McCunnie against Guppy. And Steve Guppy, using all his experience, he knew exactly what was coming there from Jamie McCunnie and closed him out.
I think he's looking for a free kick, isn't he? But McCunnie's young and he's got fresh legs and he's quick and a decent footballer. He'll try and take Guppy forward as often as he can today.
And capped for Scotland at every level, up to under 21. McCunnie. McIntyre, Thompson. Neil Lennon doing some important defending. And Neil Lennon, of course, the big holding influence in the midfield for Celtic, in the absence of Paul Lambert, who's on the bench. But you'd certainly expect Paul Lambert to be in the starting lineup come Thursday night.
Oh, we think so. Celtic captain, very important player. Usually plays very well in that type of game, and Celtic are going to have to defend well. And he's ideal for that in the middle of the park, the man Lennon.
So Rangers 1-0 up at Ibrox against Hibs, and Celtic one ahead of Dundee United at Tannadice. 26 minutes played. Neat flick from Thompson, but Balde was there before Lilley. Hartson to Larsson. Alan Thompson powering onto the loose ball, and that's good covering from Mark Wilson. If he looks young, he is young.
You read that exceptionally well. Had to get there, managed to get there before Alan Thompson.
Just 18, Mark Wilson, and man of the match last weekend. Guppy's early ball in, McCraken's header. Craig Easton there to receive it. Good pressure from Momo Sylla. Forcing the corner kick. Jim Paterson knocked it behind. The captain's armband, worn by Henrik Larsson, with Lambert on the bench. Guppy with the corner kick. Chris Sutton with the header. He had to go back the way to get on the end of it, and there wasn't enough lot of power there. Thompson. The back heel from McIntyre. And now Paterson. United getting into the final third. It hasn't happened too often lately. And the reward is a corner kick off Neil Lennon.
That man there does an exceptional job for Celtic. He protects the back three really well and does a lot of work that's unseen.
Martin O'Neill certainly sees it from Lennon. And it's Rob Douglas shouting the odds ahead of this corner kick. In from Miller. Douglas punched it. And again from Miller. Jim Lauchlan's header. Tremendous save by Rob Douglas. Terrific reactions.
He had to get there, Miller. Good ball in, hard to defend. Lauchlan just a flick on it. A big, rather good full hand to the ball to turn it around the post.
So United, having forced a save, look to keep the pressure on. Jim Paterson plays it in, and good, confident handling from Douglas. Good play from Wilson on Larsson, and United's throw. Well, superb goalkeeping, wasn't it, from Rob Douglas? The header from Lauchlan, and that was heading in.
It was going in. It's a great save, had to get there. And the resultant corner managed to pick that up as well.
Given away by Charlie Miller. Prides himself on his use of the ball as well. Normally very clever, very creative. But he won't get on the end of that from McIntyre. Man of the match, 0900 10 225. You could win a signed shirt or a DVD player if your choice agrees with Sandy's texting on 07736 600 600. The Celtic fans giving the former Rangers player something of a reception. And because of the way he plays, he's always going to be the magnet for a lot of challenges in the midfield as the figures bear out.
He's a good player, very intelligent footballer, very good going forward. Suffers a lot but when he has to defend.
Paul Gallacher along with Stephen Thompson, ever present in this Dundee United side this season. He's had a long run in the top team. Larsson's free kick, knocked down by Hartson for Sutton. Sylla's cross, played in with a lot of power. And good touch from Steve Guppy. Plays it back in, and Gallacher's there to collect. Good header from Balde. He sprinted 10 or 15 yards to win that one. Lost by Thompson. Jim Paterson is currently getting an earful from Paul Hegarty. What's that all about, Chick?
Well, you remember, if you were paying attention, I told you that Martin O'Neill had told Sylla to get forward, take on his man. That man was Jim Paterson. and Valgaeren doesn't think Paterson's dealing very well with the situation now that Momo Sylla has kept up with Martin Neal's instructions. Well, we followed that.
1-0 Celtic, 32.5 minutes played. Charlie Miller finds Stephen Thompson, good control from the Scotland striker. A high hanging cross, and it's lost by Douglas. And the free kick is given against Jim McIntyre.
There's not much in that. Jim certainly left his hand in there and certainly put Rab off. The referee probably right.
Yeah, I think it is hand on his shoulder, didn't he, as Douglas spilled it. But United want to do a bit more of that. Chris Sutton brushing aside Craig Easton. Good defending by Lauchlan against Larsson, and it's his free kick.
It's good play from Jim Lauchlan. Henrik Larsson is such a hard opponent, worked so hard, and Lauchlan timed it right, got his body on the right side, kept his eye on the ball, and earned the free kick.
He's been on the bench for the last couple of games, Jim Lauchlan, promoted back into the starting lineup for this one, as Paul Hegarty felt he needed just a little bit more experience in the back line. Not much in it in terms of possession in the first half, but Celtic with the only goal so far. John Hartson's 11th from just 6 starts. Charlie Miller, Stephen Thompson, good touch. That's for Paterson, and Balde had to stretch out to prod that away from Jim Paterson. Good work from Thompson. Despite Craig Easton's best efforts, that's a goal kick. But United playing here with a little bit more purpose.
They're not doing too badly at all. Stephen Thompson's playing exceptionally well. Watch his touch here. That's a marvellous touch in turn, and Paterson, good support play. Bobo Balde having to do well to get across and read the situation and clear the ball.
Wilson to Gallacher, and Mark Wilson putting his goalkeeper under pressure for no great reason. Lennon, Larsson, away by McCunnie. Thompson rampaging through the middle and evading the challenge of Balde. It's been a decent spell this, and United being inspired by the play up front of Stephen Thompson. Back for Easton. Good quick passing. Lilley's shot was partially blocked, and that ends the United attack. Now play swings the other way with John Hartson. Rangers 2 up at Ibrox. 2-0 against Hibs now. Shota Arveladze has scored number 2 after Michael Moles opened the scoring. So the leaders have made a strong start. Celtic trying to keep up their pursuit. And that's given away by Sylla. And in turn given away by McCunnie to Guppy. And overran by Thompson. Jim Paterson, and that will go all the way through to Rob Douglas. I'm impressed with Stephen Thompson here, Sandy. Good attitude apart from anything else.
Yeah, he's playing very well, reads the game well, touch is very, very good. He's certainly improved quite a bit in that area. He always did work hard, and the one feeling was he didn't score enough goals, but he's certainly doing that this season.
Hartson's knocked down. Larsson claims he was knocked down by Mark Wilson. No penalty.
That's a stonewall penalty for me. It's not deliberate, it's accidental, but he still takes him out of the game from a goal-scoring opportunity. And John Underhill, that's a big mistake. Should have been a penalty kick.
The Celtic supporters expecting to see John Underhill's finger pointing at the penalty spot were disappointed. And Larsson looked up with a disbelieving glare at the referee as the penalty claim was waved away. So it's a lucky break for United. They could by now have been 2 down. McCraken did well. And it's off Valgaeren for United's throw. I think Paul Hegarty wants to take it himself. Surely Paul Hegarty's not gone quiet down there, is he?
No, actually, Cameron's brilliant down here. He really is wound up for this one, and he's having a go at Paterson about the marking of Sylla. He feels he's getting more and more into the game, that it's coming for Celtic down the right side.
Alan Thompson sees possibilities. Henrik Larsson has a free kick. No penalty a few minutes ago, but a free kick this time.
I'm laughing at that one, Rob. It's not any different at all from the penalty kick, and this time, for me, it's because it's outside the box. John Underhill takes the easy option and gives the free kick. I hate to say this, but I've seen Henrik Larsson play better. His touch hasn't been too great today.
You know what happens next?
It could be the wrong time to say it, from United's point of view.
I just wonder if Larsson will use the anger that's in him at the moment, not getting the penalty. It's Larsson, and it's saved by Paul Gallacher. Good goalkeeping. Got enough behind it to keep out Scotland's top scorer. Valgaeren's throw. It's not cleared. It is now by Wilson. Celtic hunting a second goal before half-time. Here's Guppy. And Alan Thompson. Will he be a starter at Blackburn, I wonder? A lot of competition for places. Quite a few options for Martin O'Neill. And if he leaves out John Hartson, I wouldn't like to be the person who tells him.
I don't think he can. He's playing so well, scoring again today. And who's to say it's not his only goal today? Sutton, for me, doesn't look just as comfortable playing off the front as he does as the main striker.
But he has won a free kick against Craig Easton. The physical battle between Sutton and Easton is no contest. .42 minutes on the clock. Thompson's free kick. Jim McIntyre's headed away. Back it comes from Valgaeren. Lennon to Thompson. No way through for Guppy, but Celtic immediately win it back. McCraken's challenge on Hartson. And back with Gallacher, beaten once so far. That point-blank header from John Hartson. It's a good challenge from Valgaeren as Lilley tried to play it through for Paterson. Dundee United won't be too unhappy with the way they've played, I wouldn't have thought, Sandy.
No, they've played fairly well, defended well in most instances, and had one or two very good attacks going forward, some combination of passes, and Stephen Thompson's been the best player so far.
90 seconds left of the first 45 minutes, and 1 minute to be added. Charlie Miller's pass. Jim McIntyre did well to get there, and as he laid it back for Jimmy McCunnie, the wing back couldn't keep the shot down.
That was a panic from young McCunnie there. Great opportunity, good build-up. Charlie Miller to Jim McIntyre. McIntyre, good play, holding the ball up. McCunnie really couldn't make his mind up whether to have a shot or a cross.
Sutton's flick, tidied up by Wilson and McCraken. Offside. And the longer the scoreline stays at 1-0, the more belief United will have that there's a possibility of getting something out of this game. Where Celtic score again quite soon, then belief begins to evaporate.
We just have to look at last Sunday at Easter Road.
Inside the final minutes of the first half with Stephen Thompson. Whipped in at the near post. Jim McIntyre couldn't quite get there. The first half's not over for Henrik Larsson, still chasing everything. (2-0) Rangers at Ibrox, 1-0 Celtic here at Tannadice. And just 30 seconds left in the first half. Jim Lauchlan got a bang on the head as he challenged for the ball there with Hartson.
Two big guys going for the ball. John leading with his elbow to start with there and just catching Jim Lauchlan.
It's half-time, and Celtic have their noses in front. John Hartson headed home on 14 minutes. His 11th goal of the season. United haven't done badly, but they are one down. Let's hear from Maurice Malpass.
Maurice, what do you think of the show so far?
We're very pleased how we've performed so far. We're a bit disappointed that Celtic got the usual free kick. There's never a free kick check, and they scored a goal. It was a good finish, but we're pleased how we've played so far.
That man Agathe is going to tire himself out, is he not? It's what a performance he's put in physically in the first half.
That's why Higgy goes training every day, check, so we can do that in a game.
You make any change to half-time? Do you think you'll wait and see?
No, we'll just look for a final ball, a better ball, and hopefully get an equaliser.
Okay, Paul, Maurice, thanks a lot.
All right, Willie.
So anyway, the Martin and John be happy with that first half?
It was a very tough first half and a very testing one, and I'm sure it'll be a tough second half as well.
The question we're all asking is, you can't possibly leave John Hartson out of this team for Blackburn, can you?
He certainly played very, very well in the first half, and a lovely little dink, a little bit of finesse, and we could have had a second from him.
And that save from Robert Douglas, important, wasn't it?
Big save. Yeah, Rab's playing very well at the moment.
Thanks, Terry.
Okay.
Dundee United haven't beaten Celtic since August '99. That was during the John Barnes era. Craig Easton got one of those goals that day in the 2-1 win. Billy Dodds scored the other. But since then, United have lost 10 in a row against Celtic. And you'd need to be a brave man to put the odds against United improving on that record. They have a decent first half here against Celtic, but how often have we said that this season? And the opposition has been torn apart by Celtic in the second half.
There's such a goal threat going forward. It comes from so many areas. The wide players, Guppy and Sylla, will have a great balls given opportunity, and that man there, Hartson, is in great form at the moment. I'm sure we haven't seen the best of Henrik Larsson so far in this game.
Sylla unable to make any headway. Paterson's pass to McCunnie. It's done all right so far, Jamie McCunnie. And Charlie Miller prompting from the midfield area. And Derek Lilley hurried his cross. But it will be interesting to see if United have grown in confidence because of what they've achieved in the first half, because despite being one down, they do take some plaudits.
Yep, they've defended well, and they've created one or two chances. Lilley's header, and Stephen Thompson, we said before, is playing well. So when they're in good form up front, they're always likely to get something. And the longer the game goes at 1-0, the more they'll believe they can get a point from this game.
And Celtic know, of course, that they can't let their minds drift towards Blackburn, because there is the very serious challenge of keeping up with Rangers. They will know that Rangers are ahead by a couple of goals already against Hibs at Ibrox, and Celtic won't want to slip too far behind. If they both win today, it stays at a 1-point differential. It's now 2-1 at Ibrox. Tom McManus has scored for Hibs, so a goal back for Bobby Williamson's team. Miller's challenge on Thompson. Good running from Jim Paterson, and a little bit of uncertainty from Balde.
That was a great header back from Balde. He knew what he was doing there.
Jim Lauchlan's clearance. His hands full there with John Hartson. Hartson with a real hunger at the moment, a hunger for goals, a hunger for action. Finds Larsson with his flick. And the free kick goes Dundee United's way.
It's a handball. Good header from Hartson. Larsson holding the ball up really well. You can see Chris Sutton there just used his arm to control the ball. Good spot from the referee.
Martin O'Neill having to be restrained in the technical area as that free kick went against Chris Sutton. Teenager Mark Wilson. Charlie Miller was there. Thompson, his first real involvement in the second half. A hopeful cross really into the middle. And Derek Lilley didn't seem to have much of a hope of getting on the end of it. That's a good challenge from Jim Lauchlan, leaving Henrik Larsson in no doubt about his desire to get to the ball first. And that's certainly the sort of aggression that United will want to show.
They've got to compete, they've got to keep it going, they've got to work really hard for the next 40 minutes or so if they want to get something from this match. And that's a good example there from Jim Lauchlan. Unfortunately, gave away the free kick at the second attempt.
Played in by Thompson to Sutton and laid off for Guppy. That's a great ball in from Steve Guppy, and David McCraken got the final touch to knock that behind. And again, real quality on the ball in from Guppy.
It's great defending, but Guppy here Sutton leaned it into him. A great delivery, and again Larsson knows it's coming, attacks the ball, gets a touch there. McCraken really close to him and doing his job well.
Lennon plays it in. Gallacher away and lofted over the top by Laursen. Still awaiting his first Celtic goal.
That was a chance. Laursen certainly snatched at it with his weaker foot. He's very much a left-sided player and snatched that one with his right foot well over the bar.
Used to be a goalkeeper, but I don't think Rob Douglas is under serious threat. McCunnie, Balde, with considerable interest. Good scrapping from United. They're showing a lot of desire here. Larsson in, and headed away by McCraken under some pressure from Hartson. It's unlucky from Chris Sutton. It was a clever pass, but it skidded away from Guppy. Not that quick, he said. Good turn from Hartson. Into the danger area he goes, and he got away from Mark Wilson, and that could just have been number 2.
It's a great turn of pace from John Hartson, short area, knocking it beyond Wilson. Wilson's looking for the goalkeeper there, but it was never Paul Gallagher's ball, and eventually the goalkeeper blocked it well. Big Hartson's actually looking for a penalty kick there.
In from Lennon, and Paul Gallagher comes to pick up the pieces. Could have been a serious mistake by the teenager Wilson there just a moment ago, as he tried to let the ball run through to Gallacher, and John Hartson was almost in again. It's all part of the learning experience, isn't it, when you're just 18?
They'll certainly learn today. Those two they're playing against, they're very, very good players, and they'll learn a lot if he pays attention.
Just his 10th game in the Dundee United top team, Wilson. And it's a tall order when you're up against Larsson and Sutton and Hartson. Thompson driving from the midfield as well. It's Balde. Well won, Charlie Miller. Good running from Jim Paterson and real quality on the pass from Miller. That's for Stephen Thompson. And good goalkeeping from Rob Douglas. He sensed the danger. And United not too far away from squaring the game. Thompson's layoff. And corner kick. Sylla won it. So encouraging moments then for Dundee United, but always the danger that a Celtic set piece means a Celtic goal. In from Guppy, Chris Sutton's there. It's well defended. And that's a foul by Jim McIntyre. 10 minutes into the second half. And still, it's that early strike from John Hartson which makes the difference in terms of scoreline. Celtic looking for another one. The left foot of Alan Thompson. And Balde could do little with the back post header, but there was a little flurry at the other end just a couple of moments ago, and good positive goalkeeping from Douglas.
He had to get there. It's a good move from United. Jim Paterson getting well beyond Sylla. Good touch in the ball. Knocks into the box, and Thompson and Douglas going for it. And Big Rab had to get there first and managed to do that. He's played well today.
And he knows all about Stephen Thompson and his ability to put the ball in the back of the net. He's done it pretty frequently this season. So that was an important save, and he was all over Thompson as the ball came in. But signs there for Dundee United that Charlie Miller might become a little bit more influential in how this game goes. Wasn't what Alan Thompson was intending. Paterson, McCraken, Thompson chests it down for Jim McIntyre, gets it back. But he was waiting for it, Thompson. And Sylla robbed him of possession. Sylla's cross! Larsson and Hartson! Can't get the final touch.
Sylla could have been number 2, Sylla. Magnificent delivery, real pace in the ball. Larsson couldn't score, tried to cut it back, and John Hartson just a couple inches away from getting his second goal of the game. It's a great ball from Larsson. Just couldn't reach it.
And a great ball from Sylla as well, which United struggled to deal with. Lauchlan off Larsson. Dundee United's throw. Paul Hegarty must be pretty pleased with the way his team is performing here.
Yeah, of course, he's still very active, as you might imagine, in the dugout area. He's just having a minute or two ago to his midfield to stay alert again and stay tight to the players. I think he's worried that Celtic just might step up.
And Chris Sutton had exactly that thought in mind as he surged forward. But now it's United. McIntyre's pass, looking to release Thompson. And unlucky with the break of the ball, but it's back with Paterson. And Derek Lilley's header has a disappointment. When they get it forward, United, they have to try and make it count.
They do. The next goal in this game is going to be so important. If Celtic get it, the game's over. If United get it, they can certainly go on to get at least a point out of it. And they're still a threat when they go forward. Stephen Thompson again there, a couple of minutes ago, chasing lost causes and making life difficult for the Celtic defenders.
McCraken, Thompson, and given away to Sylla, who was then fouled by Paterson. Jim Paterson's a promising player, but a couple of leg breaks already in his 23 years haven't done him any good.
He's got a great left foot, great delivery of the ball.
Here's Sylla. so elusive, so difficult to tie down. Composed play out of defence from McCraken. Stephen Thompson doing the hold-up work, but what a good challenge from Neil Lennon. Tends to pop up where Celtic need him most. And that's a disappointing use of the ball from Dundee United. Because no matter how well they're playing, they're still one down on their home patch. But then Martin O'Neill and Celtic have done that to just about everyone else in Scottish football as well. An hour played, still John Hartson's goal the difference. These the man of the match numbers: 0900 10 225. Texting on 07736 600 600. And of course, you can let us know what you think about the game as well on that text number or via the website. That's Paul Gallacher. That's Chris Sutton. Hartson to Thompson. Guppy. Defending in numbers from United with Charlie Miller helping out Jamie McCunnie. And McIntyre. The pass running away from Paterson. And that made Valgaeren the favourite. Given against Sutton with his challenge on Easton. I think Craig Easton needs all the help he can get.
I don't think that's a free kick, to be honest with you. I thought big Chris Sutton's just holding his own there, just holding the ground, not moving, and Easton can't get anywhere near him because of his body strength. I think it's very unfortunate. I think he's obviously disagreeing with the referee. No. Certainly two. Certainly two in a row.
I think John Linder will be surprised if Chris Sutton didn't protest. Wilson's free kick. Thompson there. Laursen plays it clear. Easton. McIntyre. The shot spun off Lennon. Good header from Balde. Back it comes from McIntyre. And good work from Thompson. Unlucky there as Sylla dallied on the ball. Guppy for Larsson, and obstruction, and it will be a yellow card for Jim Lauchlan for the foul on Larsson.
I think he's unfortunate. It's certainly a free kick. It's good play from Larsson, going towards the ball, allowing the ball to run through him. And Lauchlan, he's been sold the dummy more than anything else. It's not deliberate. I think that's very unfortunate for him there.
Thompson's free kick. It was Lauchlan who was there with the header away. Sylla turning away from Paterson. Sutton, Lennon, and McCraken's clearance. He was being held by Balde as he played the ball away. Nothing too serious, I don't think, but John Underhill says free kick to United.
It's a yellow card. Balde, I think, is going to be. I don't think there's any question.
Well, it was a little bit of grappling as the ball was played away, but I don't think anyone was going to get hurt here.
There's not much in it. It's a good ball in, good clearance from McCraken. Bobo Balde's held on to him there. The game's going on. The referee's given a free kick. And I think that's Balde's first offence in the game. Very unlucky to get the yellow card. But I'm a great believer that the referee's balling things out. He beat Lauchlan a minute ago, so the next one was going to be a Celtic player.
I think he was just grabbing David McCraken to say great clearance. Congratulations. But didn't really seem to merit the yellow card. So 2 bookings in the last few minutes. Remember Thursday night, you hardly like to forget it. In the UEFA Cup second round, second leg at Ewood Park. It's live and exclusive on the BBC. John Hartson trying to power his way through, and United weren't having it. That's well played by McCraken. Larsson was buzzing around him, trying to introduce doubts into his head. Sylla with that meandering run, and that's a free kick. And it's going to be another yellow. For Sutton to be booked.
It's certainly a free kick. You know, he's caught McIntyre, no question about it. It's certainly a free kick. He's going in the referee's book. That's the third caution in just about as many minutes, and I'm disappointed. That's not been a nasty game by any manner of means. There's not been a vicious tackle over the time so far.
No, it's not been a dirty game at all, and 3 bookings in very quick time, and an offside flag is up as well once it's spotted. And some news from down on the bench, Chip.
Yeah, Martin O'Neill's called Didier Agathe round from behind the goal where he was warming up. There'll be a change. I presume it's going to be for Momo Sylla. Certainly Sylla's been taking a lot of instruction from Martin O'Neill throughout the game. Change will be made shortly, but certainly Didier Agathe will have that substitution confirmed to you, but it's odds on to be Sylla.
Yeah, Sylla's probably been happy in the second half to be about 75 yards away from Martin O'Neill, so he's probably been struggling to hear him, but Agathe for Sylla, and maybe the chance for Didier Agathe to say to Martin O'Neill, play me from the start against Blackburn.
That's what'll happen now. It's healthy competition. Momo Sylla today for me has been very inconsistent. He's done some very, very good things, but he's also been disappointing with his final ball at times.
And the temperature is rising, with some fairly lusty challenges going in. Celtic free kick, and some ironic cheers directed at the referee. Played in by Alan Thompson, away by Lauchlan. First there, Neil Lennon. I think word's got through to Momo Sylla that he's coming off. His concentration seems to have gone. Didier Agathe stripped him ready for action. Mark Wilson's clearance, put straight down the throat of Bobo Balde. Past the midway point in the second half. Still just the 1 goal in it. Sutton, Hartson. Thompson hits the deck. Play goes on. Came off Miller. Celtic's throw. And now the substitution will happen. Momo Sylla off, and Didier Agathe is his replacement. And Celtic in that strong position of having 2 more than decent contenders for that right wing-back berth.
Yep, Didier Agathe's got 20 minutes or so to get himself in the start lineup for Thursday night, and I feel for Jim Paterson. Momo Sylla's ran at him all day, and for the next 20 minutes I think Didier Agathe will do the same thing.
Lauchlan's header, Craig Easton there. And Lauchlan again forces it away, but only as far as Hartson. first touch for Didier Agathe. And immediately wins a free kick. Well, I would have thought that was a free kick.
It looked a free kick. The far side assistant referee's right beside it, and for me that's a free kick.
I was just going to say, he's come on and he's immediately won a free kick, Didier Agathe, but the officials thought otherwise. Valgaeren. McCraken has to play it. Oh, Gallacher stays cool. Dundee United are going to freshen things up as well, Chick.
Alan Smart's the man who's going to come on. Paterson, I think, is going to replace Rob, but there's been a quick tactic stop with Morris Malpass and Paul Hegarty with Alan Smart. They've given him his instructions. Paul Hegarty, he's talked about keeping the pace of the game up, and the introduction of Smart will help that.
Last time I saw Alan Smart here, he was seeing a red card in the Dundee derby for a challenge on Johnny Hernandez, which was reckless in the extreme. I wonder what he can add to this here for United. That's an offside against Thompson. And it's to be Jim Paterson off. Alan Smart on. He's put in a decent shift, Jim Paterson, without being too creative.
He's had to defend well today. Didn't get a lot of opportunity to go forward, but he's got a decent left foot. When he gets there, he puts in good delivery. And just look at United. Jim McIntyre's going to play left wing back now. He's very much an attack-minded player. He could find life difficult against Didier Agathe.
That was Sutton and Larsson. Free kick is given against Wilson. Well, the Celtic back three staying back. Lennon's free kick, forced away by McIntyre. Thompson, and that's out. Next weekend we're at Easton Park for Dunfermline against Hearts. And Dundee United now with three strikers on the pitch. Obviously Derek Lilley is withdrawn a bit now for them, but it's a sign that Paul Hegarty would like to get something out of this. They've got to be positive, United, because they're only one down.
He's got to go for it now. It's a smart move. Pardon the pun.
You've been practicing that one for minutes. I wonder why you've gone so quiet. Long ball from Laursen to Larsson. The knockdown goes astray. McCraken, Craig Easton. That's Balde. Lilley, Easton, and Miller given away. Good challenge from McIntyre on Agathe, giving him no time on the ball. Decent scoreline for Dundee United at the moment, because so many teams, Craig Levine knows all about this as well, so many teams have taken a pasting from Celtic this season.
It's been a really good performance. if they've any belief at all, the last 15 minutes they've got to try and go for it. They're as well losing 2-0 and having a go than the game petering out and 1-0 down.
Just about 15 minutes left of regulation time. And it seems a long time ago that John Hartson broke the deadlock. Mark Wilson, poor pass. And that sets Celtic in motion with Hartson. Larsson spinning away from McCraken. Sutton. And through to Gallacher. Chick's got Jim Paterson with him. What's he making of the game, Chick, so far?
Well, I can tell by the steam that's rising up his body, he's put a fair shift, Rob, over word. Just with this ball's collected, I think, by Rob Douglas. Jim, United played very well despite the fact you lose 1-0.
We're losing 1-0, Chick, but we're playing really well. We're containing Celtic, and I think we're matching them physically as well, so I think that's half the battle, Chick.
Still believe you can get a draw or even a victory out of this?
Oh, aye, we put Smarty on now and we've went quite attacking, Chick, so we're going for it. We might as well gamble and go for one each. If we lose 2-0, then at least we've had a goal, Chick.
Exercise and positive thinking. Rob?
Can't think he's too happy to have Chick's arm around him, but Jim Paterson's sounding fairly comfortable. And Alan Smart hasn't wasted too much time in getting some blood on his face, and he might need that cleaned up before he can continue. Does this game have a sting in the tail, I wonder? For Sutton, didn't catch the shot. It was deflected on its way as well. And Celtic do have a corner kick. And they seem reluctant at the moment to commit any of the back players into the opposition penalty box for these set pieces, which strikes you as strange. In from Lennon. Away by McCunnie. Good work from Derek Lilley. Had it and then lost it. Guppy to Lennon. Movement from Larsson. And a good block from McCunnie before Lauchlan cleared. Neil Lennon trying to pull some strings. Thompson gets it back from Sutton. And that's a poor challenge from Derek Lilley, which gives away a free kick in a very dangerous area.
It's a certain free kick. Good play from Alan Thompson. Just nudged the ball forward, got in front of the player, and Lilley no choice but to give away the free kick in a really dangerous area.
He's got 3 in the wall at the moment, Paul Gallacher. Chris Sutton is an unwanted guest there as well. Larsson's free kick straight into the wall. And now Craig Easton has it. Jamie McCunnie was caught, he claims, by Alan Thompson.
I thought he'd lost the ball, actually. There may just been a little bit of contact here, but the ball's so far away, there was no way McCunnie was getting it anyway.
Well, it was a 5.9 if not. Gallagher's free kick. Thompson's knocked down and played away by Neil Lennon. Last chance on man of the match. These are the numbers: 0900 10 225 by telephone, texting on 07736 600 600. If you want to take part, you better do so now. That was a heavy challenge from Charlie Miller by Alan Thompson, who's immediately shown a yellow card.
Certainly heavy. Charlie Miller, good touch in the ball. I think Alan Thompson actually got the ball there as much as anything else, and Charlie's up on his feet, no contact at all with him. But it was certainly could be classed as dangerous.
Studs up.
Yep.
McCraken with the free kick. Balde with the header away. Hartson, Thompson. That's for Agathe. And Derek Lilley is working so hard for United since being withdrawn into the midfield role.
United have worked hard all day. Really impressed with Charlie Miller today from the defensive aspect. We all know he's a good player, good vision, good awareness, but he certainly lacks lots when they don't have the ball. But today he's worked exceptionally hard, and that sums up United's performance.
Thompson, John Hartson, you don't want to give him too much room in the penalty box. And Jim McIntyre does well in the end to turn that into a goal kick, but John Hartson had an awful lot of room, and Martin O'Neill would love to see another goal going in to secure the point. At 1-0, he's not going to be totally happy unless the final whistle goes. Celtic are going to make another change. Paul Lambert is going to be introduced for the closing stages. Here's the earlier substitute, Didier Agathe. Jim Lauchlan turns away his cross. And we hear John Hartson will be the player to come off as Paul Lambert comes on. Johnny Miller. They say something about the old firm dominance in the Scottish Premier League that Dundee United would be not far short of delighted with this scoreline, Sandy.
That's right. Paul certainly will take lots from the performance today. There's been lots of good things from their point of view. They've defended very well, and they look a threat going forward.
The only goal scorer so far is coming off. John Hartson has staked his claim to a starting place in Blackburn on Thursday night. The Celtic fans impressed with his contribution. And it's the Celtic and Scotland captain, Paul Lambert, who comes on. And if he gets anywhere near to Henrik Larsson, he might even get the armband.
That for me is a real compliment to United. Martin O'Neill's worried he could lose something here. He's making the midfield more solid to bring on Paul Lambert.
One thing I was going to ask you about was Celtic's reluctance to put their defenders forward for free kicks. Is that significant?
It's the same thing. Don't want to lose the goal. Martin wants to hold on to the lead. Take absolutely no chances at the back end.
McCraken, McIntyre. 2-1 Rangers at Ibrox, still the score, and you'll see highlights after you've seen this. Alan Smart, good shots, bang on target. United want a little bit more of that.
It's good play again. Strikers linking in well, good turn, good shot.
Play in front of goal there from Smart. Foul given against Wilson for his challenge on Sutton. Thompson plays the free kick wide for Agathe. And corner kick, that was deflected. And O'Neill does tell Bobo Balde to get forward this time. And United screaming at Alan Smart to get back and cover Paul Lambert at the edge of the box. In comes the corner kick. Uncertain handling from Paul Gallacher. Looked as if he might want to catch it, then punched. Good pass from Lambert. Releases Agathe. That was out. What a position Didier Agathe was in there. He could have done real damage to Dundee United. And the pass from Lambert was perfection.
It was good move down the right-hand side, and Didier Agathe, he just got a slight knock before he got a touch to it there. Lost his momentum a little bit before knocking the ball.
I don't think that was
just
out.
About out.
Here's McIntyre, deflected. And still a late chance that Dundee United could get something out of this. Jim Lauchlan has raced forward into the penalty box. Charlie Miller's cross charged down by Steve Guppy. Easton, McCunnie, Balde, well above everyone else. And Lilley. Well, he turned away from Agathe and found Chris Sutton there. Larsson relieved of possession by Easton, and Henrik Larsson was tripped off the ball, and Celtic have a free kick.
It was certainly very late. Little tangle there between Larsson and Easton to start with, and then Lilley get himself involved. Talk about Celtic going forward, Rob, and they're such a threat, but today they've had to defend well, and they're very, very good at doing that. Their use of the ball, especially Bobo Balde, isn't the best at times, but they are so good when it comes to having to defend their area.
Thompson's free kick. Chris Sutton's there and seals the win with 2.5 minutes left.
It's a good ball from Alan Thompson. Right hand side, left foot. Chris Sutton getting there, getting up, and doing what he does best when he plays up front, sticking the ball in the back of the net. It's a fine header.
And any doubts that Dundee United were going to be beaten here have been removed with that very simple goal from a Celtic viewpoint. Thompson's free kick. Chris Sutton's finish for his 10th goal of the season. And it's 3 points heading back to Celtic Park. Despite all Dundee United's bravery and their resistance, they'll get nothing from this one, and that's a familiar tale.
It's ironic, 2 free kicks against United, they've lost 2 goals, and Derek Raleigh, he'll be ruined and really upset at the fact that he gave that free kick away against Henrik Larsson.
Yeah, I thought so at the time. It was so unnecessary, just a silly little incident. Derek Lilley, I think, might have been booked as well as a result of it. Tripped Henrik Larsson, and then what happens? Alan Thompson pops it in to the box, and Chris Sutton pops it into the net.
They're so good at set pieces. We've seen it time and time and time again. The threat comes from so many different areas. And Chris Sutton there, it's a good header, intelligent header.
Chris Sutton might just have scored the opening goal as well had John Hartson not been in the way, and he was quite a barrier to Chris Sutton because they were both waiting for the cross. But it was undoubtedly Sutton who powered that header in away from Paul Gallacher that time. Celtic at Tannadice, and 2-1 at Ibrox for Rangers against Hibs. Still the scoreline there. Hegarty won't be happy with the scoreline. You're never happy when you lose, but Dundee United have done a lot of things right here. And when you consider the sort of season they've had, they have to take some encouragement from this. Sutton's layoff goes astray. Wilson and McIntyre got in each other's way. Fired in by Lauchlan. Valgaeren got his head to it. Now Agathe. Thompson. Lambert and Laursen. We're into stoppage time. 2 minutes of it. Man of the match, John Hartson Sunday.
Yep, that's it for me. I thought he played very well, especially the first half today. He scored a fabulous goal, and it was so important for so long.
Another free kick. Foul on Chris Sutton. 5 yards outside the box. Celtic looking for a third goal. Henry Larsson and too high. Another 3 points coming Martin O'Neill and Celtic's way as they chase Rangers at the top of the league. Here's a chance for United, and what a good bit of recovery that was from Jos Valgaeren. It looked as if Stephen Thompson was in behind him with a chance of getting a shot in on goal. But if he does slip up at all, Valgaeren, he tends to recover very quickly.
It's a good clearance. Thompson breathing down his neck again.
Miller's corner, and good handling again from Douglas, who's done well. Anything he's had to do, he's done pretty well. Celtic win again, and it's another defeat for Dundee United against Celtic. 11 in a row now. John Hartson's goal had Celtic ahead early on. The man of the match, and it was a second header just 2 minutes from time from Chris Sutton, which sealed the outcome. But the Dundee United fans giving their team a big reception at the end, because under Paul Hegarty, United have looked a lot more organised here, and they played with a lot of appetite, a lot of belief, and definite signs of encouragement for them. But in the final analysis, it's still a Celtic win at Tannadice. And Paul Hegarty slipping down the tunnel, but he'll have seen a lot of positive signs in that performance. Next stop for Celtic is Ewood Park on Thursday night against Blackburn. And John Hartson's in fine form, it is.
John, you're making it very difficult for the manager not to give you a starting place in the lineup as per requests.
Yeah. Well, all I can do is just keep playing and do my best, and hopefully by scoring goals as well, it gives him an extra problem. But all I want to do, I've said from the start, is play on merit. If I'm playing well and scoring goals, then I expect to play every week. But if I'm not doing that, then like anybody else, I'll come out of the team. I can understand that.
That goal you scored this afternoon, you're desperate to get there, just ahead of Chris Sutton. I think we have a look at it there, John.
Yeah.
Just about the ball came in, yeah.
Gups has done superb for me since we signed on the same day, and he's a joy to play with. He puts it in that area, and I'm expecting a challenge here from behind, but I've got up early, and very similar to the goal I scored against Aberdeen. So.
Yeah, I think if you had to go up early because the challenge from behind was from Chris Sutton. Yeah. And of course, you come off. Yeah. He gets the goal.
Yeah, that's right. But Chris is a great striker, and we're very lucky as a football club. We got a lot of talented players, especially strikers. So it's a problem which the manager obviously he's pleased to have.
Well, we hope you can get a result on Saturday then at Thursday even at Blackburn.
Thanks very much.
After that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.